A refresher, you picked up a notes page, but we are not going to do the front. So I just want you to put an X on the front. Okay. We are going to do the back. So it's just a refresher on radius and diameter. This right here, if it's half of the circle, then they gave you the radius. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay. You're going to tell me the diameter. Remember, to find the radius, it's diameter divided by 2. To find the diameter, it's radius times 2. Okay. Now this one right here, that is the diameter, so I'm going to put 16 inches, and you're going to find the radius. Okay. Now we're going to do example 1. Example 1, I was supposed to teach you, we first did circumference, but we had to skip it for DCP. So we're going to have to learn it anyway. So it says a circular pond has a circumference of 628 feet and a diameter that is 200 feet. Write an expression to represent the value of pi. Now, in order to find pi, your formula is pi is equal to C over D. Okay? Pi is equal to C over D. Now, if you want to know why, well, we're looking for a circumference. C is equal to pi D, right? But let's say we don't know what our pi is. So then we would need to, just like when we do in two-step equations, we have to do the opposite. So I know that they're multiplying together, so I need to do the opposite and divide by D. I need to isolate the pi by itself. That means to get it alone. So D divided by D, whatever I do to one side, I gotta do to the other. So then these cancel, and you get my equation right here. Pi C over D is equal to pi. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to write down the information they gave me. They gave me circumference is equal to 628 feet. Okay. They also gave me diameter. Diameter is equal to 200 feet. Right? So all I need to do is plug in my numbers. C, let's write pi first, equals my C, I know that's 628 feet over, and D is 200 feet. Now the best part about this is you don't have to solve it. Once you get here, you just have to box your answer. Okay? You do not have to solve for pi. They just want to make sure you can set it up correctly. Okay, I do have a poster on the wall, and it shows you the formula and then what it's supposed to, how you set it up. Okay, but you do not have to solve. Okay, let's do example 2. Okay, example 2 says a circular wading pool at a park has a diameter of 42 feet and a circumference of 132 feet. Write an expression to represent the value of pi. Okay. Oops, I did not underline my previous question. So make sure you underline that. So if we're looking for pi, my formula is pi equals to C over D. Okay. Pi is equal to C over D. Now, I need to pull the information and write it down. So they told me the diameter is 42 feet. Diameter is 42 feet, and the circumference is 132 feet. Okay? Now, all I have to do is plug in these numbers here. Be careful. I know it's because they gave you diameter first, you want to plug that number in right here, but you're going to get it wrong. You cannot do that. It tells you what C is. So I'm going to rewrite pi equals, my C is 132 feet. That should be on top. D is 42 feet. Box your answer. That's it. Okay. I want you to do example 3 by yourself. Okay, remember it. Write your formula. Okay. Go ahead and do the last 2 by yourself. I'm going to go ahead and read this one, and I'm going to tell you what I want you to write, and then you're going to raise your hand when you're done with these 2. Okay. An irrigation sprinkler waters a circular region with the diameter of D feet and a circumference of 88 feet. Which expression best represents the value of pi? Okay, so I know they're asking for pi, so my formula is pi equals C over D. Okay, so remember, you need to write the information. They gave you diameter. I want you to write that down, and they gave you circumference. Then all you have to do is plug it in. You're going to choose whichever answer you got. Okay, you should already tell, look, this is division, that line. So am I going to be multiplying? That's the first thing you should be crossing off. Okay, go ahead and finish those two problems and raise your hand when you're done.